I have a list of people I admire, those who are incredible communicators in the online world, such as native English teachers, social commentators, journalists, and podcasters. I listen to them while going about my daily chores, and thanks to their work, I've learned so much. However, I often compare myself to them. I think, how can I reach their level of knowledge? How can I improve my ability to speak quickly and sound smooth and confident in my delivery? Can you relate? Do you ever get stuck in perfectionism, comparing yourself to others to the point where it paralyzes you and kills your motivation? Assalamu alaikum and hello, dear listeners. I'm Azimah, and today I want to talk about something I've struggled with for so long: balancing perfection and flaws. This is a topic I know well because, sadly, on my lowest days, I still battle with perfectionism. Can you relate? Maybe you've compared yourself to others at work and wondered why you're not where you want to be yet. Then you end up quitting before you even start. You say no to a chance to present at a conference because of your English. You hesitate to step up as a leader because of your English. If that sounds familiar, this episode is for you. It's a bit of a pep talk, something I believe will benefit both you and me when we need that reminder. Here's something interesting from a recent study by iStock. So iStock is a leading platform for stock images and creative media. 81% of consumers don't trust content on social media anymore. And get this, 67% of people actually trust traditional ads more than influencer posts, which shows that influencers are losing their real touch. So, what is it that people are after? What is it that people want? Consumers are turning to businesses that align with their values rather than celebrities or influencers who perhaps people can no longer relate to. It just goes to show that authenticity beats perfection every time. Perfection isn't what people are after. It's not what people want. What they want is warmth, humor, and genuine human connection. This reminds me of a time when I was listening to university presentations. So I had classmates who made mistakes during their presentations. But you know what they did? They laughed and they carried on and dealt with these mistakes. Those are the moments that really stood out to me. I remember just watching and thinking, wow, look at their sense of humor, look at their confidence, look at how they're able to recover from that. That's just amazing. What I realized from watching those speakers is that a real human moment creates a connection. It's how you handle imperfections that can make you more relatable and real to people. You don't have to be flawless to impress others. Sometimes your ability to embrace mistakes and adapt to changes is far more memorable and admirable than getting everything right. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't prepare for presentations, interviews, and other high stakes events just because people find your mistakes cute, real, or forgivable. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is that while you should rehearse and prepare for important events, you should also be ready to deal with things that could go wrong. For example, you can still deliver a presentation confidently by preparing and having a backup plan ready. That way, if something goes wrong, you can roll with it confidently. You could say something like, oops, looks like my diagram isn't displaying correctly, but you know what? Let me draw it by hand instead. This shows flexibility amidst the chaos. It also shows a human moment. Going back to how much I admire native English teachers online, as I've said, I learned so much from them over the years. The way they teach and the way they transform boring topics into something interesting and beneficial for their students. That's what I love about them. But if I were to think they're doing such a good job, there's no room for non-native English teachers like me in the online world, then I may as well quit. But I haven't. Alhamdulillah, praise be to God, My English Matters is about to enter its 9th year. Yes, we're entering our 9th year. We're growing steadily, and over time, our work and content have improved. Whilst I've been battling this behind the scenes desire to be as perfectly put together as these native English teachers, I've come to understand and appreciate that there is room for non-native English teachers like me. Yes, it has taken me this long to embrace our unique identity, image, perspective, and values confidently. For example, we're sisters from Malaysia, so already we look different from many native English teachers. An obvious example is that we wear the hijab, the head covering. This is already a clear signal that our upbringing, perspectives on life, and our morals differ, either in a big or small way, from those of other native English teachers who carry different ideologies, beliefs, perspectives, and upbringings. And that should be perfectly fine for this big, complex, multifaceted world that's big enough for all of us to be here. So, what I'm trying to say here is that we should not be a replica of those we admire. We should not wait to be like them or to wait for others to pave the way ahead of us before we emerge. No, you don't have to pretend to be perfect. Because number one, you're not AI, you're not a robot, and you definitely shouldn't try to sound like an AI either. You know, it's funny how even AI voice technology is being programmed to sound more human than ever. They've been programmed to use filler words like and and to produce non-verbal sounds like and yeah, to make their speech more natural. They use simple words and sentences instead of big, sophisticated sounding ones. It goes to show that even AI voice technology is embracing our imperfections, the part that makes us human. Now, let's bring this back to your own experiences. Maybe you've been waiting for the perfect moment to volunteer your opinions, to speak English confidently, or to present at a conference. But you know what? You will never be ready until you take action. Remember that in a world of filters, AI technology, and heavy editing, what people really crave is the human touch. They want people who bring warmth, humor, real experience, and yes, even flaws. People who embrace their imperfections, who make mistakes, grow from them, and work hard. Before I end, I have to confess though, this is actually my 5th version of the script I wrote for this episode. No, it's not easy to write a script, and I never feel like it's good enough. I'm not gonna lie. Even with ChatGPT helping with the flow, I still feel like I could do better and that I should. Hence, I'm re-releasing this episode by re-recording it the next day. Yes, that's right. I'm human with all my imperfections, and the desire to have it all perfect can actually make me lose my sleep. I told you so. Anyway, let's release this podcast episode so you can tell me what you think of it. I want to end this episode with this question. Is there something you've been working on that's ready to be shared, even if it's not 100% perfect? Until next time, keep moving forward, one step at a time.